I may hate drama in my life, but I love talking about the drama in yours.
I may watch too much reality TV, but you're listening to me talk about it. What's up, what's up, what's up?
Hola.
I'm Funmi.
I'm B.
And you're listening to a new episode of RealiTEA-V.
Woo woo, we made it.
We made it here.
Yeah.
I'm like, where
Look,
we
one step at a time.
Guess who I saw the other day? And mind you, the list is very short because we're out in Vegas, so y'all don't really know.
Right. A visitor.
No visitors.
It wasn't CT.
Just damn it.
Right. Shoot. I don't know.
Bitch from Winco. I'll give me that look.
Didn't even think about it. How was she doing?
Still being the bitch that she is. Because I went to Winco a couple days ago, but I went to the regular check stand because I just didn't feel like ringing up every item by myself. And right when I was like getting my basket full of stuff, started walking out, I saw this bitch with her mushroom curled up hair. And she was like going towards somebody to show them about their receipt. And I'm like, there she go being people's personal business again. All up on you like the fucking white ninja she tries to be. And then even before that, I'm in checkout, and you know how you like the bulk items, you're supposed to like write the number on the little thing. Well, these bitches didn't do that. It was two guys and a girl holding a baby. And they had like raw sugar, like a whole bunch of stuff that needed to be written down. And we're all sitting there like, bitch, why didn't you, none of y'all
get the code?
The 6 hands that are there that can write, 8 if you include the baby, couldn't write the damn numbers on the little tag thing. So this chick had to like ring up and like look up each fucking item to be able to like ring it up. And then when she let them go and after they paid, I said, I have all my numbers on my stuff just to let you know. She started laughing. She was like, yeah, I'm sorry for taking so long. It's like took me, and she was like, I couldn't even find the sugar. I just rung it up as something that was like $5 a pound.
That's what they did.
That's what the fuck they did. So I don't even know how much everything was. The only thing that you don't have to like write down if it's like apples or something like that. It's
produce
easy,
and stuff.
But then when it's like
seasonings,
is it flour or is this cornstarch? Like, which one is it? There's no tag, there's no numbers, there's no nothing. It's just in a white bag. And that can get you caught up if you get pulled over too. Like, what's that bag of white stuff? It's like, it's just cornstarch. Can you imagine?
Yes, especially if you're black.
Wasn't there something in California like a year or two ago? This guy got booked on like possession of cocaine, but it wasn't a big donut glaze from Krispy Kreme. What? Yes. What? Yes. It's such a fat ass move. Like, nigga was eating donuts in his car by his good goddamn self, minding his own good goddamn business, and these police officers thought they were doing some form of justice.
They were just mad because he ate all the donuts.
You didn't leave no donuts for me?
Fuck that. You're under arrest.
Conviction for you. Like, what the
Oh my God.
Yes, I kid you not. And they have to test it. They're like, this is some powder. I thought they thought it was like crystal meth or some shit. Yeah. But it was really donut glaze. And he tried like, that's donut glaze. Like, I'm a fat ass. I eat donuts in my car. Don't y'all? Don't y'all know? You got some crystal meth in your police car?
Wow.
It was sad and hilarious at the same time. Can you imagine? Like, these fools tried to get me for drug possession, and I was just only in possession of calories. Like,
possession of donuts.
Oh my God, yes. But anyway, you got some officers that be doing too much, and then you got officers that don't do enough. So, anyway, how was your week this week?
Pretty good. No complaints. I made it. Never could have made it.
That's definitely what was in my mind. I tried not to sing it.
Oh, yeah.
I have a dilemma.
What's up?
I have a huge dilemma. Mm-hmm. And it's funny that you have this on the run shirt right now. It's a part of my dilemma. So my wonderful supervisor hit me up today. And he said, Ebony, I said, what? He said, The Weeknd's performing at the Life is Beautiful festival.
Oh, yeah.
Really? He's headlining. Sure. When is it? September 21st to the 23rd. I said, first he said for September 21st.
Yeah.
I said, cool. Because Beyonce's the next day in LA.
Yeah.
Life is Beautiful is in Vegas.
It's a festival, yeah.
But then it's a festival. So I don't know what day he's performing. Now, people are like, bitch, why is it a dilemma? Just go see Beyonce. But you guys don't understand. Me going to see Beyonce is purely for the experience of Beyonce as a performer. Right. But musically, I'm obsessed with The Weeknd. Yeah. So I have a fucking dilemma because I don't know if I should stay here in Vegas and go see The Weeknd because the tickets go on sale on Thursday. Yeah. Or do I skip on The Weeknd and go to LA and see Beyonce? Because the Life is Beautiful festival is $295. Yeah. So no matter what, I have to pay at least $295. Yeah. For the whole festival. Right. And it's like, it doesn't make sense for me to only pay it to see one person. And there's some other people, French Montana, Miguel, I think Santa Gold is performing. It's a lot of people. Yeah. But I already paid for Beyonce, which is not really an issue because I can just sell the ticket. Yeah. But it was supposed to be this whole thing with like my friend Danielle, like go pregame, get there, have fun. It's supposed to be like an all day thing. Right. So I don't know what to do. Because it's like, what if he performs on Saturday? I can't do both. Yeah. And I don't want to pay $300 for the festival over here, but only go one day. That's true, too. When it's for the entire weekend. Yeah. And then it's a little bit more convenient for me for the festival. Yeah. Because it's here. I can save my coins, get a babysitter. Like, look, I'm going to pay you like $300 for the whole weekend. Because I ain't want to do shit. I want to get drunk and not have to worry about my child. Makes sense. You know, so. Yeah. I'm like, God damn it. Why does it have to be the same fucking weekend? Now, and then I thought, you know, if I would have went to Coachella, this wouldn't be an issue. Because I would have saw both of them. Right. But I wasn't trying to spend $400 when tickets went on sale. Yeah. And it was all the way in LA. And I have a kid. Yeah. School on Friday. And I would have had to got there at the crack of dawn Friday morning. Yeah. To really be able to have any type of significance of a proximity to the stage for either person. Yeah. So it's like, I don't know what to do. Oof. Well, you got about a day to figure it out. Yeah. It's, God damn it. I mean, it's months away, but like I said, tickets go on sale for. Right. But then again, it's a festival, so it's not really about when I get the tickets for the festival. It's just a matter of what do I choose. Excuse me. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's true. Like, do I choose going all the way to LA? Mm-hmm. And there's no holiday on that weekend, so I literally have to go Friday, come back Sunday. Yeah. And that in itself, it's at least 8 hours of driving. Because flying is not an option because I'm not paying for me and my kid to fly. Mm-hmm. And it's in Pasadena, so I don't know what the driving situation would be, if we carpool or whatever. Yeah. But I just really wanted to go and see Beyonce because it's like, finally, I get to have the whole experience. But I missed the last weekend concert. So it's like, oh my God, my brain. This is not something that I should be having stressing out about. Like Beyonce or The Weeknd. Because, of course, I'm leaning towards The Weeknd. Right. Especially since it's here. And then there's other performers, too. Yeah. I've never been to a music festival either. So, yeah. Either one would be my first experience. Either seeing Beyonce for the first time or going to a music festival for the first time. It's just that the other one's just already here. Unless I fly to another city and go see Beyonce. Which is going to cost me more money. as opposed to just driving to LA and having somewhere to stay. Oh my God, my brain. Anyway.
Follow your heart.
You know that reminds me of the song "In Your Dreams."
Oh, not as hard as it may seem.
I don't know why I thought about that.
Great movie.
Mm-hmm. All right, it was thirsty. Let's get to something that's more depressing. These shows.
Yes. And before we get started, I want to send a quick prayer to Mike, the Situation Sarantino. He is getting sentenced, I believe, either tomorrow. Well, by the time you guys hear it, it'll be Wednesday. So this Wednesday or Thursday, one of the days. So,
what did he get convicted of?
Him and his brother took a plea of, Mike's plea was 1 count of tax evasion or fraud or something like that. So it can go either way. Worst case, he could be sentenced up to 5 years. No, 3 years. His brother is up to 5. He can be sentenced of up to 3 years, and his brother can be sentenced up to 5. So he was talking about it on the show that basically, like, in the plea, they did discuss how, like, the things he was guilty of, he had very minimal involvement in, and, you know. So I just, I hope it turns out for the best, because he really has changed his life around. So if this was Mike from, like, 6 years ago, I'd be like, ha, you deserve it. But now it's kind of like, dang. I
really...
I don't want you to have to go to jail.
Yeah, from, I think, marriage boot camp, like...
Yeah.
Around then on.
Yeah.
Especially when all this legal shit happened, I think he was just like, holy shit. Like, I gotta get my shit together. And he was on there with his brother, so that was like one of their issues too that they were talking about on the show. I looked it up. I don't see anything recent. Everything's from like January.
Yeah, because it said it was like he's getting sentenced this week. It was like, oh, shit. So hopefully it goes well for him.
Here's something from April. Let's see if that's in there. But it's kind of sad because it's like it's kind of like when you hear somebody get the lottery or whatever. Yeah. Now, granted, that's not really the best example because they kind of do take taxes out of it before they even give it to you.
That's the responsibility.
But, yeah, it's like they already do the hard part for you. But it's crazy because people who's never had money before have a hard time dealing with things when they finally do have money. Yeah. And so I think this just didn't help, especially on top of the fact that he was, dealing with his addiction and stuff. Right. Excuse me. So, I don't know.
Yeah. Hopefully it's a better outcome. Hopefully they'll be lenient and give him something like maybe house arrest or probation. I know like a restitution deal or something was already set up. So, hopefully that goes good.
Yeah, charged with tax evasion and structuring funds to evade currency transaction reports. And then Mark was charged with falsifying records to obstruct a grand jury investigation. It's the hiding of his taxable income. And he also admitted to depositing. Oh, sorry, I'm like mumbling on this.
Yes.
I was just trying to read the more important. So Mike faces up to 5 years in prison and up to $250,000 fine. And their sentencing is tomorrow, April 25th. Today is the 24th. So, yeah, they can still do up to a couple years. Yeah. Safe to say, y'all got to pay y'all taxes. I know it is a bitch because when you start making a certain amount of money, they want to take like something crazy like 35-40%. But at the end of the day, you still got to pay your taxes because one thing I've always said to myself in my adult life, I don't fuck around with government and money. Yeah. I don't. Like, yes, they wind up owing you on our lower tax brackets, us regular folks. Mm-hmm. They do wind up owing you money at the end of the year, but at the end of the day, it's better to get some in return instead of owing. Nobody want to owe nobody at all. So, and also, prayer to Lala Kent. She lost her father yesterday.
Oh, no.
Lala Kent is a cast member on Vanderpump Rules.
Aww.
So, yeah, I just saw that today, actually. There was an article from yesterday. She lost her dad.
Dang it.
Which, yeah, because Jax's dad passed away, I want to say 4 to 6 months ago. So it's like 2 of them. And you know, it's kind of crazy because even in your 30s like Jax or in your 20s like Lala, it's still kind of young to lose a parent. So, and then her Lala's mom and dad was married for over 30 years.
Yeah. So,
but yeah, her dad passed away. So I'm pretty sure it's kind of bummed out about that.
Yeah, that's horrible.
Anyway, so you can get into our episodes of the week. We're going to start off, of course, with RHOA because they had their last part of the reunion on Sunday. And, oh my God, it was a lot of yelling. Kim was there with her red Solo cup.
Right.
I'm sorry, but if a black person was to walk up on any type of show with a red Solo cup, they would be deemed ghetto so fast. It's like, okay, we get it. You use red Solo cups. That's fine. But it gets to be annoying.
Right.
To have to see that you can't do anything without a drink.
But it wouldn't be deemed ghetto because racism doesn't exist.
Ha! We'll get to that in a minute. We will get to that bullshit.
Right.
In a minute. But, of course, Kim and Nene going back and forth.
Yes.
And Kim's a fucking liar.
A big one.
She's the biggest liar.
Yeah. And whenever someone makes me give a pat on the back to Kenya Moore, you have to be horrible.
Right?
But I give her all the pats on the back for every single word
I felt
she
dirty
said.
doing it too.
Right. She handled. Now, if anyone deserved those reads, it was Kim. And Kenya just, tip of her tongue, just kept them coming. And I appreciate her for that.
For once.
Job well done. Job greatly done.
That's her only, I guess, point of the season was to snatch Kim in some way, shape, or form.
Every else single way, even down to the Bebe's kids. I'm like, I love that movie. Now I want to watch it.
Your Bebe's kids. I don't have kids. Why would we be jealous of you? We don't want kids like you. And Nene was going in. Kenya was going in. Cynthia was going in.
Right.
Candy, everybody was going in. And she felt ganged up on.
Of course.
But it's like every time she said, well, I didn't say that and I didn't do that
Roll
or I
the
did
footage.
do that. Every time they would show evidence on the show, like you did show Sheree the video beforehand of the quote unquote roach,
which
in
wasn't
the
even
damn
a
bathroom.
roach.
It really wasn't. You said that you didn't insinuate that Candy wanted to eat you out or whatever.
But you did. I never said I had a drinking problem. You said that that's the reason Croy drives you, because you get to drink everywhere you go. If you have to drink everywhere you go, that's a problem. Well, no, it's not. Yes, it is.
And Candy is really good at remembering the conversation she had and what she said exactly. And then somebody was like, well, maybe it's because you used the word problem.
That was Portia. I think she mad because...
Portia was having her fucking
I think she
life.
was just mad because Candy said the word problem.
And Portia was just like, it ain't me. Not me in the drama this season, this reunion. And with her crown perched up on her head. But she was like, that is an issue. If you have to have your husband drive you everywhere because you're like, well, I need to have my wine before I go X, Y, and Z, that's kind of an issue. You can at least get a Uber Black car.
Right.
You don't have to have your husband there.
Right. And he's waiting in the car.
And now your husband looks like your little bitch.
Yeah. Putting on your makeup. No, that's where I draw the line.
Yeah, somebody was like, I mean, even Wendy Williams brought it up. Like, I mean, not in a gay kind of way, but he's too involved. Like, makeup and...
Do you know how mad I'd be if I had a husband who did my eyebrows better than me? Like, come here, let me fix that.
Get out of my...
You're not... Go.
Get out of my bathroom. Get out of my... Stay out of my vanity. This is for me and me only. And whoever I pay to come and do my makeup. No, it's just, I mean... Granted, you see, like, Facebook... I saw a Facebook video float around a little while ago, and this guy was, like, helping his wife take his braids down or whatever. Like, stuff like that is cute. Yes. But it's not like, baby, I have to perm your hair.
Oil my scalp. Like, do the cute stuff.
Yeah, like, it's just a little bit that you... understand what it is for your wife to have to do things like, you know, take care of her hair and, you know, stretch it out or, you know, do natural protective styles or whatever, or help take the weave down. Right. Or, you know,
or you have a daughter, you do her hair and stuff like that. Yes. That's totally different.
Right. But I don't need my husband driving me around like a little bitch.
All the time.
All the fucking time. And it's like, now you like, Croy, now people are going to look at you.
And now you're kind of an enabler. Because
you're an enabler because you're like, well, I'm going to do whatever my wife wants to do. Maybe that's why she married him. Because he was always kind of doing whatever she wanted to do.
Right.
And she had 2 kids. He was willing to adopt them or whatever. And then she had 4 fucking more. She literally has a litter of children.
Yeah.
So, Kim deserved every shade.
Everything
that she got. Because every time she would speak, well, I'm not jealous of Nene. First, she said she didn't take the picture of Nene's.
Somebody sent it to me.
She was like, I didn't show Sheree. And she did.
Look, the bitch parked in handicap. It was like, oh my God. She should have been struck by lightning every time she
Maybe
died.
She's so drunk every time she has these damn meetings, she can't remember nothing.
That could actually be it. Like, if she has to show up to all these places drunk, she probably don't even be remembering. She just be having casual conversation. Then at the reunion,
you know what happened?
You said this. No, I didn't.
I have a theory. Croy made her stop smoking cigarettes, so she went to alcohol. More.
Yeah.
And he's like, you know what? This is better than smoking cigarettes.
Because you know that TMZ picture, I think it was definitely her baby number 2 or 3. Mm-hmm. TMZ caught a picture of her with a belly just smoking a cigarette. Talking about I wasn't pregnant. You clearly are about 4 to 5 months pregnant.
I have to find this. I don't think I ever...
This was like early on. I want to say either there. It wasn't Cash. It was either second or third baby.
Well, the third's technically 3 and 4 because she had twins.
Well, I meant not counting Brielle.
Oh, okay.
What's the other?
No, I know. The third and 4th are twins, so they're one pregnancy.
Either that first or second pregnancy with Croy. Yeah, she was caught smoking, and it was like horrible. And I think after that is probably when she
officially stopped.
Yeah. Because it was bad. It was like, wait a minute. And don't quote me, but I feel like in that picture she had a red Solo cup.
Is it on her on the beach?
I can't. This was years ago. This
one?
No.
Okay.
I feel like this was years ago, but I feel like she was wearing like a big winter coat, but her belly was clearly showing. Like the coat wasn't zipped up. I mean, that could have been it because it's been so many years. But TMZ caught it. Like
something like this?
Yes.
Okay, let me look for the full one.
But it was she was trying, and I think that's the one that they first released. And she was like, I wasn't even pregnant. And I think there was like, actually, we got a picture of you standing up.
Oh.
Yeah.
They only have that half one.
It was years ago, and I was like, "Ooh."
It's only a picture of her fucking pregnant.
Online.
But yeah, I'm pretty sure she did. And I never saw it because I really wasn't into Kim and her.
No, I wasn't either.
Her blog life back when she was. I did catch her show a couple times.
Yeah.
In the beginning when tardy for whatever.
Right, tardy for the bullshit that Todd set up.
That Todd set up all the bullshit.
Right.
But yeah, so I don't really know. And then I wasn't really, that's probably back when people weren't in Instagram and stuff as much. Yeah. Definitely wasn't Shade Room around, because if the Shade Room was around, everybody would have known and found out. So, but I think that's my theory, and I'm sticking to it. It's a theory. It's not a fact. So
yeah, because she was always a drinker, but she was never this heavy, like, where it's like everywhere
No, she wasn't. She really wasn't.
I have to have a cup.
I think this is the most full body that they have online right now. But anyway, so the part that
where it really gets crazy
was the last 5 minutes. And I did see something from Candy, like, nothing's more crazier for this episode than the last 5 minutes. So after Kim had her whole 15 minutes of fame on the couch, you know, she's not an official cast member, so they saw her off. Thank you, Kim. Good day. And I guess she went to the bathroom and, like, to change or whatever. She was just really upset. So as the cast is, like, you know, saying their goodbyes and what they learned from the season or whatever, she just getting more and more irate about how she felt attacked. So producer,
of course,
I need Andy and a camera.
Right, get that camera. Get that camera.
That the producer needs a raise.
Producer, like, you know what? I feel like we about to hear some real racist shit.
See, when you're a TV producer, you have to be the most unbiased person. Yeah. Like, you need to be able to get along with everybody, listen to everybody, because the more comfortable they feel with you, the more that they're going to tell you. Right. So, but anyway, so they get Andy and a camera. And then the bone collector. And she ain't a bone collector no more.
Well, now she's fired.
Yeah, everybody's fired her from that title this year because she's not a bone collector. And Sheree shows up, and she's just so pissed because she felt like the whole time on the couch was negative. There's nothing. She's like, I have a wonderful husband. I have 6 beautiful kids. It's like, bitch, we already know that. Right. Remember you said, well, that's why you have your own show? Yeah. So why do we need to bring up your kids on this show when they weren't even part of this season?
Your part in this season was being messy. You came to Nene's house, not even as a guest, starting shit with Kenya, throwing dishes.
She threw her phone and broke something.
Yeah, like you started out that way. You started out when you went to Sheree's to go to Nene's house talking shit about Nene. You talked shit about Candy, insinuating that she was a lesbian. Mm-hmm. I remember that interview that you did with Sheree where you was like, if Cynthia wasn't pretty, she wouldn't have anything. And
she was like, just be pretty and be quiet. Like, that's, like, that's all you can do is just be pretty.
And she said that on, like, another interview. Like, well, I just don't feel like Cynthia has a backbone. And Cynthia, well, I don't feel like you're very classy. But, you know, like, everything you did on this show,
they only asked you questions based on what your storyline is.
And it was start mess for no reason.
Every time you showed up on this season, it was for some bullshit. Unnecessarily. Towards everybody else.
And I'm never on Kenya's side.
Never. But it's like never on fucking Kenya's side. And it's like, you know what? You made me turn around for Kenya towards the last, like, 3 episodes of the season. Because up until then, I didn't care for Kenya this whole season. And then sure enough, the last, like, 2 or 3 episodes, and then the 3 episodes of the reunion, it's like, well, fuck. I guess she can stay on another season or so, even though I know next season's going to be a whole bunch of bullshit.
Right, back to it.
Yeah. But it's just,
it's like everybody harness their energy and just, like, towards each other to be like, you know what? Let's come together and get this bitch.
Right. An enemy of my enemy is my friend. Like, no, we about to get this bitch and get rid of her. Right. So, to talk shit about Candy, and Candy is like
so unnecessary.
The most impartial. Like, she's just very, I just want to get along with everybody, just don't come at me sideways.
And it came out of nowhere. Like, you had no beef with Candy. You had no reason to sit at that table with Sheree and be like, well, I done heard stuff about their marriage and I know how they get down. Like Candy said, you were not even around when she met/married Todd. So how you even have an opinion?
Know? Yeah. That's just that word on the street bullshit.
Right. And you...
But word is she getting? Because apparently she ain't got a lot of black friends. She tried to say that she does, but all she does is hang around with her family.
Right. Because you fired
and
Sweetie.
Any black fools that's willing to stay around her, like her stylist and stuff. But I think even her stylist would be like, okay, I've had enough of you. I'm just here to get my coins and get this close to you, and I'm going the fuck home and go around with my people.
Yeah, she was horrible. Just horrible.
But back to the scene in the bathroom. She pretty much said, should be better if I play a video. I'm pretty sure I can find a clip of the video.
Yeah.
Yeah, than us trying to explain. Because y'all kind of have to hear the bullshit that she was talking about. Mm-hmm. And I even commented on, like, the shade room or whatever. Like, if people didn't hate her then,
they definitely...
They really gonna hate her now.
It was just to see somebody just have all those lies and just, I never said that. Yes, you did. Oh, I never said that. Yes, you did. It was
just like liar city.
On top of lies.
So I have here.
Like, not once did she ever say, okay, well, yeah, I did say that.
All right, I got to clip a little bit of it from BravoTV.com. Yeah, that's not it. So please take that out, Los. When you can. Stupid ad. All right, here we go.
Kim?
Andy, like, how much can a person take? There wasn't even one positive question for me. It was hammered, like...
I didn't think it was all bad. You had the control to say stop.
I survived, honey.
No tears.
Crown did not even shift.
You know why you have not found another white woman to sit on that motherfucker? Because nobody's dumb enough to do that. Sheree, I'm so upset with you.
Upset with me?
Yes, like, I just didn't feel like you stuck up for me or helped me with them ganging up on me.
I don't want you to feel like that. I definitely don't want you to feel like that.
I did have Portia. Portia stuck up for me. I just didn't feel like you were really sticking up
I was
for me.
trying to grab Kenya, telling her to stop, because she was really going at your kids. She wouldn't stop.
And I don't know if I expected you to just
I thought it all even before you got out there. I'm not here to fight nobody's battle. But Nene has everybody around. I honestly, that was horrible.
Like, put yourself in my shoes. 5 African-American women just hammered. Like, I couldn't even speak. Like, my mind's a whirlwind. This whole racism thing in this day and age is bullshit. Like, every one of those motherfuckers on that couch owe this world a apology for this racism shit. They already tried to claim that shit long ago, Sheree, as you know. Nobody really bought into it because the social media wasn't there and racism wasn't all that real. And you know what?
What would you like me to have done?
There wasn't a positive question. Like, I have a very successful...
That's all you really need to listen to. Yeah. See, this is the reason why us black folk...
said it.
This is the reason why us black folk talk about white privilege over and over and over again.
I think, after watching that clip, I think a lot of non-people of color seem to think that racism comes in one form.
Exactly.
I didn't call you the N-word. I'm not a member of the KKK. I don't run around saying white power. So therefore, no, I'm not racist. But first off, what did them being on all the reunion shows, when someone has caused an immense amount of shit, they get ganged up on. Right. Lisa Vanderpump has been ganged up on.
She sure
Vicky
was.
Gunvalson has been ganged up on. Ramona Singer has been ganged up on. Teresa Giudice,
Luann.
They've all been ganged up on. There's been seasons where Nene's been ganged up on.
Sure.
Last season it was
Portia
and Phaedra. Like it. So you being the token white woman that's being ganged up on, like, no, you are ganged up on not because you're the only white woman, but because you caused and started a lot of shit.
Yeah.
You and your daughter.
With multiple people.
Right.
And guess who's bringing up the color of the skin this time? It wasn't these black women.
No.
It had everything to do with you, Kim.
Right.
Like, I had 5 African-American women gang up on me.
No other white woman
What is the... First of all, why are you, singling out the fact that there are 5 African-American women? Bitch, you have been the only white person from day one. So what does that have anything to do with anything?
Right. If that was the case, then you would have never came back for season 2 or season 3 or even made cameos. Like, if it was so bad, because you've been not really ganged up on as bad.
No.
But you've pissed off multiple people
of course.
On your season multiple times. You've pissed off Nene and Lisa Wu. Mm-hmm. At one point, before you and Sheree got cool, you and her wasn't really friends. True. It's like, so she snatched your wig, like, shifted it.
I shifted it. I didn't take it off.
I don't know. It makes me say joggers, because I don't know. That's, whenever someone asks me a question, I don't know the answer. I'm just going to like, joggers.
But that was the first issue. And then the second issue is saying, well, no, wonder why any white woman won't be on there because they're not dumb enough to do it. And it's like, what?
Yeah.
So first of all, you're pretty much calling yourself dumb because you did it.
Yeah, you did it.
You did it.
Your mama.
You must be stupid. But that's my brain.
Yeah.
And then the next issue, we already had the first 2. The next issue is that you let this dumb ass comment come out from your white privileged mouth about
racism
how
racism
wasn't all that real.
Yeah.
Bitch, what?
As people are getting arrested in Starbucks and cops is getting called, the cops on them for being the cops. Have you seen that story about the black cop? He was like, there was a shooter and he went out to investigate and he was looking through and somebody called the cops on him. And they said in the report, it's a black guy dressed in a cop out uniform.
Are you serious?
Look it up. It's on social media. I'm not saying it's 100% true, but I've seen it on several outlets. Yes, it's a black man dressed as a cop.
He's in
with
uniform.
A flashlight. Yes.
He can't even do his goddamn job.
Like, it's getting real out there. You look like you've seen it all.
What the fuck? It's one thing if he was a cop and he was in plain clothes, but the nigga was in his uniform.
It's a black man dressed as a cop.
Because he is a cop, you idiot. And that's exactly what I mean. Like,
yeah, black women were just kicked off a golf course a few days ago.
Yep.
Well, they tried to kick them off.
They got the police called on them because they were quote unquote moving too slowly.
And it was actually the co-owner of the golf club and his son.
What?
Yes. And then his wife ended up having to call them to like apologize, and they were like, not good enough. So I'm like, yeah, get them for every single cent you can. Like, how dare you? And these are sophisticated black women. They're like, we meet up and we go to different golf courses around.
Like once a week, minimum. Like, you should know who I am. They're
professionals, yeah.
Wow. See, oh my God. I just got goosebumps.
Yeah. A kid is being told on TV that he's too obnoxious for applying and getting accepted
to 20 universities.
Like,
you saw that bullshit?
Yes.
How? It makes me so mad. This boy, this young, smart, educated, sophisticated.
On one hand, you tell us we're too lazy.
Young black man.
Yeah.
took his time
and money
and dedication and money to apply to these schools. Not only to apply, but you got to do personal statements. You have to do recommendations. You have to do volunteer work. And all of these things that you have to do to get into these schools. And your bitch ass want to say that it's obnoxious?
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that means there's 20 other people on the waiting list.
They
That's
can
not
wait.
what that means.
First off, right. It's like, because even if he says no to 19 other schools, all that means is, okay, one kid's about to get instantly bumped up. And then it's like waiting list. I'd much rather get a wait list than a no. Hell no.
Yeah.
Like,
he only has to, and she's like, well, you only have to choose one.
Don't be mad.
What the fuck? My sister applied to, I want to say 14 or 15 colleges and universities when she was graduating high school. And I want to say she got in all but one, or she got in all of them. I can't remember, that so long ago. And that, to a parent, it's like, how can any other adult, whether they're black or white
just
or not,
because your kid barely pulling in a 2.2 GPA
and barely can get into fucking
the state school.
The school I went to, Cal State LA in fucking Los Angeles.
Well, I think now their admissions requirements is a bit higher.
Oh, okay.
Because I think it's moved up in the ranks over the past
I think
years.
It did, because I've been seeing a lot of articles about it. But anyway, I'm just saying,
it's the principle, yeah.
My God.
But race, it doesn't exist. It's
there are
social
different
media
levels of racism.
Right.
And
it's microaggressions.
Just you have bias and racial profiling, and there's so much. It's very complex. Racism is not just one cookie cutter straight off the board one thing. There's so many levels
to it
and depths into racism.
Right.
Because the fact that a black fucking cop was doing what the fuck he was supposed to good goddamn do.
Assessing the situation, and he almost
and
got
I hear a recording of someone saying there is a black man in a cop uniform doing something with the flashlight. Nigga, his job. That's what the fuck he's doing. That's what his black ass is doing.
I don't know where you got that uniform from, boy. But that's probably what they think.
What the fuck?
No black cops in this town.
You can't even complain about a waitress trying to charge you about plastic utensils without being arrested with your titties out.
Yeah.
Which was a day or two after the whole mass shooting in Tennessee at the Waffle House. And it's like, well, people should be compliant. It's like, okay, you guys are all forgetting the point. Why are the cops being called in the first fucking place?
Right.
That's where the issue comes out as. I don't know what it is about being black that is automatically aggressive towards cops. But for some reason, as soon as they hear it's a black person, they automatically think that it's going to be aggressive.
Right.
And I kid you not, I saw a video today from Sean King posted on Facebook or whatever, like, what is white privilege? Press play. And there's this video, this lady picking up her badass kids, speeding down the fucking street. And she went and go pick up her kids. And she was like, hello, my name is, what were people calling her? Karen.
Oh, yeah. It's always Karen.
I just want to know what happened. He was like, well, I told him like everything. And she was like, no, but I am a citizen of the city and I need to know what's going on. And then they cut it and they're like, you know what? You guys, I'm just really disappointed. You guys can't form a sentence. And she's like, and then you're just following what he's doing. So you're just as bad. Oh. And she was like, and then she came up like, I'm a friend of the mayor. Oh. Like, and bitch.
Right.
Your kids are speeding, so I'm going to give a ticket to her. And then she told them, she said, and fuck you, blah, 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 blah. But Karen, mind you, people are always like, well, they shouldn't have been disrespectful. They should, not talk sideways and be disrespectful to the cops. This white woman just said, fuck you.
Yeah.
And she was able to not only live, but she was able to walk away without any handcuffs or them even yelling. The most she got was a guy was like, ma'am, are you done?
Wow.
Like, that's the most that she got.
Yeah.
But yet, you arrest somebody who's literally waiting for a friend for a business meeting.
In Starbucks.
In a fucking Starbucks.
Yeah.
What?
It's not real. Social media makes it up. That's what she said.
I hope they canceled Tardy for the Party,
Right.
whatever the fuck that is.
And I'm like, and Sheree's ass, just.
Well,
like,
I'm not. It's funny how everybody was like, Sheree, you're the bone collector. You always in somebody's business. Why didn't you say anything? Why?
Right.
I don't have to fight nobody's battles. If you don't have to fight nobody's battles and speak of nothing, then shut the fuck up.
Right. And you just sat there and you listened to her say that. That was the part where it was like, okay. That's when I would have had some like, okay, I understand you upset, but girl, no. This is where I have to stop you.
I would be like, wait, excuse me?
Wait, what the fuck did you just say?
I'm still black, right?
Right.
Just because I'm your friend. See, and that's another thing that pisses me off. Why people say, I don't see color.
Everybody sees colors except for fucking dogs, okay?
And colorblind people.
Right.
And even though they see,
right.
darker shades.
They can tell the difference.
Right. So it's just because when you do that, then you're not aware that racism is real. And
right.
the things that
you're
people
just
go
as bad.
through. Yeah, you're just as bad saying, well, I don't see color and we're all one race, the human race, and blah, blah, blah. When you hear like the first black neurosurgeon from a specific university, you have all these people in the comments. Why do they have to single out race? Why can't they just say that it's, a neurosurgeon? First of all, there's no significance if they're the first.
Right.
If you don't specify why they're the first, then it just kind of goes out and, over the heads of everybody else. But the fact that it's 2018 and they're still first black blank.
Yeah,
is a problem.
It's horrible.
Misty Copeland, first black, what was her exact title?
I was about to say ballerina.
It is ballerina, but
it goes more.
Yeah, it's more in depth than that. I mean, ballet is not my forte. But she was the first black. Damn it, it's like on the tip of my tongue.
Yeah.
But anyway,
what Misty Copeland is.
Yes. Well, some of y'all.
You should.
But and then it becomes a problem. Or Megan, who's about to be a part of the royalty,
right?
That is in England, and she's gonna be the first black woman in the royal family, centuries and centuries and centuries. Right. And people are like, why does she have to be? Why do you have to say that? It's just one race.
Because she is. Like, it was already enough when not Harry. When William married Kate, because she was a commoner. And she was rich. But it was like, wait, a commoner? No, we don't do that. And then Harry comes up, be like, I got you beat. I'm about to bring in an American black woman. Is she full black? No. But
why
all
these
we
two
need is a drip.
Came out of Diana's womb like, I'm about to change
You're
shit.
right. It's okay, mama. We got you.
We
about to fuck some shit up.
Right?
And all you can do is sit there and wait.
And you can't tell them anything. They get to do whatever the fuck they want to do.
They daddy sure as hell can't say nothing.
Not one damn word. Not one.
Right.
Like, my mom is Princess Diana.
Right.
What can you tell me? What can you really say?
And you were the fucker that screwed her over. And our stepmom sure as fuck better not fix her lips to say nothing. So, yeah. Right.
What you got to say? We princes up in this bitch. What you want me to do?
We've been waiting to beat your
Grandma
ass.
gonna do whatever the hell I want to, because that's grandma.
Yeah.
Like, they just came in and started fucking shit up. One brother was like, well, I'm not gonna go that far, but I'll just date somebody who's like a commoner, who's not even part of royalty whatsoever. Right. And then the young one said, I'm really about to hold my beer. I'm about to real fuck shit up. Like,
coming to America in this bitch.
They was doing all types of stuff that never, like, holding hands in public, and her wearing jeans, and them going out, like, to a tennis match and stuff together. Like, everything that they were doing was so out of the royalty normalcy. Mm-hmm. And then he said, oh no, I'm about to marry this black girl. I'm about to really fuck.
Right.
And of course she's a black monkey. She doesn't belong in the, Buckingham Palace, blah, blah, blah.
Your mama don't belong in Buckingham Palace. That's why she's not. You peasant. Ooh, as soon as she get in there, she can call you up. Oh my God.
And it literally is true.
Right.
Like, you are a peasant.
I would write everyone back. Peasant, peasant, peasant. Your Section 8 is cut off. Your welfare is cut off. No EBITDA for you. Assuming they get those benefits.
EBITDA is EBT for you guys. We just made it.
Assuming they get those. I'm sure they do. They have some form. But you cut off. I would just...
She's gonna be like, husband, once they get married, husband, we about to go to the hood.
Right.
And we about to fuck some shit up together, okay? Right. We're gonna do everything out of the norm.
Right. Oh, this person called me a monkey. Let's go pay them a visit. So you was talking shit? I'm just...
You know, it's like a federal crime, right? You know I'm that bitch, right? Right. You see this ring on his finger, right? Say it again in my face.
Oh, treason. Let them eat cake. Oh, I would line them all up.
You get treason. You get treason. You get treason.
See, that's why God didn't make me royalty, because I would do shit like that.
Be petty as fuck.
Right. Go straight to the local radio station. Excuse me.
Her Highness is here. Yeah, the fuck I am here. Look, all you fools that keep sending these letters to my house, the Buckingham Palace, guess the fuck what? I'm keeping every single good goddamn letter. And if you peasants think you can fuck with this black royalty, guess what? I'm about to put my royal foot up your ass and send you to prison on treason.
You know what?
Try it.
We're bringing back old school crime. You're going to get hanged in front of a crowd. You're going to get
stoned to death.
Fucking Games of Thrones in this bitch.
Right? Shame! Shame! Walk a fucking shame because you over here trying to fuck royalty.
Walking to your death. Oh my God, I'd be so petty. I mean, we got to do some shit. We got to make an example.
And then somebody's like, see, that's why I don't give black people shit.
Never should have gave you niggas royalty.
Oh, shit.
Okay. So
anyway, but
yeah, see,
that was a nice little,
that's why God made me a peasant. Like, you don't get no type of authority.
I mean, I'm a peasant in some ways, but there's still people more peasant than I am.
Oh, yeah. So the peasant line is...
Anyway, we kind of segue to segue.
To say racism is real in all forms.
So, and when you white people say stuff out of your mouth, like what she said... Then it's like, oh my God. Mm-hmm. Like, real talk. Us black folks, we like everybody. That's not an issue. But when we walk into a room, like for instance, I was in Newport Beach a while ago and I went to Starbucks. And I don't mind being around a whole bunch of white people. I don't have that problem.
Right.
But Newport Beach is such a rich, entitled area.
Right.
So when I walked in there, I'm like, I really feel out of place. Because I felt stares.
Yeah.
Plus, I have natural hair. So that's like,
yeah.
Like, this bitch got an afro and she black? Like, and she a big girl? Like, what is she doing here? You know, they look at you a certain type of way. And if you even say one thing like, ma'am, this is not my order. I asked for blah, 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 and you charged me for this. Can you please make sure that's right? You're automatically deemed as being an angry black woman or somebody that's ultra aggressive.
Right.
But somebody can come up and say the same thing, but because they're white, it's not an issue. They're just putting their foot down and making sure that everything is right.
Yep.
There shouldn't be an issue. I shouldn't be automatically deemed an angry black person because I'm trying to tell somebody that they did or said something wrong to me. And that's where the problem is. So for Kim to bring up the fact that she was around 5 African-American women that ganged up on her is a problem to me.
Right. When you've said and done things to these African-American women.
Right?
Individually and collectively. Yeah.
Dumb. And then you wonder why people call you racist. And that shit comes out because you say dumb shit like this.
Right. It just shows. Like,
and this has been going on for years. It's not the first time that people have said this about Kim, especially how she was treating Sweetie and all that. Right. You know, treating Sweetie like a slave.
Right.
I mean, damn Nene. She's been right this whole time.
Yeah, this whole time.
I mean, but they've been have feuding since season 1.
Yeah.
So I'm just kind of over it. I feel like in the beginning, it's like, oh, a black woman and a white woman, they're really great friends. Hopefully they can like work it out. So, you know, cool. And the thing about Atlanta is like, yes, it's technically, I mean, they call it the Mecca of black people. It's still white people everywhere in Atlanta.
In the South.
In the South. But there's just more black people in places like Buckhead and in the golf courses and, you know, owning bigger homes and stuff like that because it's
Atlanta.
Yeah, it's Atlanta. So you might have white people who have dear black friends and there's no problem with that.
Right.
But then you have those who just tolerate it, but once something does go down, they're automatic. Well, see, that's why, you know, these black people always do stuff like that. And it's like, we as black people can never really gauge where someone is until a situation happens and we get your reaction.
Yeah, that's very true.
So even though I'm cool with one white person, I don't know how their family is going to react. And like one of my dear friends, Elisa, she's white. Her whole family is like, I feel like my second family.
Right.
But I still have to wait and see how I would interact and how they interact with me.
Right.
As a person. Are they going to automatically deem me as mean or aggressive if I state my opinion? No. I love Brett's grandma. I call her grandma too. I be getting her lima readers when I go to the house. Hey, grandma. She wanted me at her birthday. I'll be there. Like, but I still have to be cautious anytime I'm around a group that's not my skin tone.
Yeah.
So don't worry about on black stuff. We trying to deal with our own shit. But there's still stuff outside of the black community we can't control. We cannot control what you think. You have to do this on your own. And be like, you know what? I'm not going to judge every black person that comes beside me, just like I'm not judging every white person that comes in my peripheral. Like, I'm not doing it. I'm not going to automatically, well, they're white. They're going to think that I'm angry. I'm not going to be friends with them. I can get along with anybody. Mm-hmm. So, I don't know. I'm done talking about this white bitch. You got anything else to say about her?
Hopefully she returns in the spring of September. That's when we will see her.
Why would we see her spring?
We would see her at the same time She by RHOA gets launched.
Never.
Yes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, goodness. All right, moving on to the other Real Housewives show. Potomac.
Yes.
Now, Miss Karen Huger.
Make millions to owe millions.
You gotta.
I'm gonna put that on my tombstone. You gotta make millions to owe millions.
And I had neither.
Right? A few thousand here or there.
Actually, no. Let's not start with Karen. I want to start with Robin because, as you know, Giselle was married to a pastor. She had a very public divorce.
Right.
And it was infidelity and all that kind of stuff. So she has been approached to do a book about her story. It's supposed to be loosely based off her life or whatever, about her being the first lady of the church. For those that y'all don't know, in the black community. Well, is it in the white church too? Say first lady?
Probably not.
I don't think they call them first ladies. No. Anyway, in the black church, which is what I'm used to, and I believe he is an AME pastor, which I'm AME, or raised AME. I'm not so AME right now. But the women that are married to the pastor are referred to as first ladies. So her book is supposed to be about how it is to be a first lady in the black church, pretty much. So she has like a dinner for everyone to come over and kind of go over the first chapter or whatever her and her ghostwriter wrote. Her words, not mine. She called her a ghostwriter.
All right, at least she's honest.
Yeah. I mean, she's like, yeah, I'm not the best writer. I mean, I need somebody to help me. And it's not a bibliography or anything like that. It's just like, you know, give me some stuff and I'll write whatever I need to write. And Karen surprisingly was like giving her very honest opinions because she's still pretty pissed off about how, you know, Giselle handled the whole press conference that she had with her shirt. They did have a conversation earlier than that.
Yeah.
And Giselle was like, I want my friend black and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, you know what? There's just certain lines you don't cross with friends.
Yeah.
And you talk shit about my husband and his tax issues and you wearing a shirt talking about free Uncle Ben. I'm having a problem with that.
Yeah.
But anyway. But Karen was like, I feel like this is not loose enough on your life.
Yeah.
Because Giselle was like, you know, being the first lady, you know a lot of shit. And I am not...
Yeah.
surprised on hearing that. Like, there's so much that they would know going around in the church and other churches and what happened with pastor and bishop told us that, you know, such and such pastor of that church had an affair or something was going on, but we're going to have to keep it contained or whatever. So being a first lady, you're going to know a lot of stuff. But
I want to know some stuff. No, I'm playing. I
you gonna
can't
be
get
first
that
lady
far.
now?
I can't get that.
Can you imagine being in church every Sunday?
Yeah, no. Church of brunch.
Girl.
Oh, Jesus know my heart.
You know he on my side.
I will
I'm
do a
on
good
his.
streaming service.
Hey,
I'll be there on the screen. Hey guys, coming to you from a bed.
You know that little robot where it's like for people who are at home,
Yeah.
and the robot like walks around and stuff, and you can just stay where you're at. And be like, well, I'll see you on the robot next Sunday.
Right.
You just rolling around church. Hey, everybody.
No. And I got to be there for like 2 services.
And all you got to
No.
show your face, so you just do your
Right.
makeup real quick, put a hat on, and just call it a day, and never have to actually physically be there.
Yeah.
I could never, ever be any type of first lady.
Just the thought makes me sleepy.
No, I would burn in the pews of the church. But anyway, and but she also called this whole dinner thing to get the women together because it seemed like everybody was feuding with everybody.
Yeah.
And Robin was feuding with Ashley because Ashley keeps bringing up how Robin's thing with Juan is just so fishy, whatever. And Robin got so like,
Rightfully.
why
yeah.
did your issue?
Right.
Why
At a
did your
certain
issue with
point,
me?
it's like, leave her alone. Like, no matter how good your intentions are, at the end of the day, this is a grown woman. That's not your kid. And even if she was your kid, I mean, she's still an adult. Like, stay out of her marriage business and worry about how you gonna take care of your mama when your husband cuts you off next week. Rent's due.
Hello, how you doing? Gotta bring Respucia on. But that's how in the very, very, very beginning, since season 1, mind you, it's only on season 3.
Right.
And yes, everybody was like, what the fuck is going on, Robin? What kind of bullshit is that?
Right.
But eventually it's like, okay, whatever storyline is still repeated, let's move on.
Right, like, okay,
so it's
that's her life.
I feel like she has such a problem with it because she's trying to tell herself that same issue. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like it's not like your marriage is any perfect and it's in
horrible.
shambles. Like you barely moved back in with your husband.
He's threatening to cut your mama off.
And he's had his, according to Karen, his dingling all over Instagram. So it's like why are you focusing on her, trying to tell her that she deserves more and blah, blah, blah. Like, I don't think you should put yourself through that when your dude's trying to cut you off.
Right. Yo, restaurant just got in the black or whatever. It's, yeah. It takes the term worry about yourself to a whole new level.
Worry.
Like
that 3-year-old has never been so philosophically right. She said, worry about yourself, and that resonated through the community.
Thank you. You drive. You drive. I don't know why I always seem to give her like an Asian accent. There's
because she kind of, it was like a white girl. She was saying Asian-like things.
Right. You drive. No, thank you.
I do it myself.
Worry about yourself.
Worry about yourself.
Then she got mad.
You
worry about yourself.
You drive. I was like, oh, shit.
Like, this little baby's mad.
I'm going to do shit by my good goddamn self.
Yeah.
If you ask me if I need help one more time, I'm going to take this seatbelt off and I'm going to take my diaper off and you're going to have to change it and fuck up the car. So leave me alone. You drive at being the adult that you are, and I'm going to try to be the little kid adult that I'm trying to be and put my seatbelt on. Leave me alone.
Right.
Drive.
I feel it.
Peasant chauffeur.
Right.
Anyway, that girl's never been so right.
Yeah.
There are times when you have to worry about yourself. And for me personally, I can't really get in on people about their situation and my shit ain't straight. Like, I'm not about to talk shit. And that goes for people who think they can talk shit about other people, and then you get got because they tell you about yourself.
Right.
So, excuse me. I know I said a couple of episodes ago, it's like, yeah, I don't really wish harm on anybody or anything like that. But once you try to bring me to a place and I know what your situation is, whether you a mooch, a leech, sleeping on people's couches, you got your car repossessed, you try to act like the rental car from Enterprise is your car. Like, you got this expensive out car, but you really live in a public storage unit. Like, I'm going to tell you about yourself. So me, if I were Robin, I wouldn't have been yelling, what is your issue with me? I would have pulled a Karen and be like, you need to be worried about your damn husband and how he's trying to cut you and your mama off.
Right. That would have called for a Kenya Moore time.
Yes.
Like that, okay. Now you have permission to dig off into her ass and just say some below the belt shit. Because simply telling her, mind your business is not working. So,
it wasn't enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm going to dig into your ass, and then you're going to look at me crazy because...
Right. Now, every time you're around me, I just don't understand where that came from. You understand not to bring up my business no goddamn more. So you understand enough, bitch. Like, with a straight face.
It's crazy because I've been called bougie for like the past 2 weeks by a particular individual. And it's like, okay, you can call me that all you want. But I know one thing, somebody tried to come at me sideways, I won't be bougie at that time.
Yeah.
I know that much. The fuck? I wish you motherfucking would.
Yeah.
So, but that's just me. I'm like, you can't really talk shit about other people and be in other people's business. And you got shit going on in your life. Like, you want to call somebody fake and all this kind of stuff. But on the slide, like, I don't know. Your husband put his hands on you trying to make it seem like everything's cool.
It's cool after you blacked your eye.
Like,
that's
it's just
not
like,
funny.
It's not funny. But it's like, why are you worried about me when you have much more complicated, pressing issues that you need to handle about your shit instead of dealing with me?
Yeah, they'll never.
I will pull it. I will pull the card.
Yeah.
I forget what Kenya said to Marlo, but Marlo was like, no wonder your mama don't talk to you.
Yeah.
And it was like, Kenya said something to Phaedra. Phaedra was like, no wonder you can't have kids.
Yeah.
So it's like somebody's going to bring up your shit because you feel like you can do no wrong and you have no wrong going on in your life.
Right.
And it's like, let me just remind you real quick.
What's going on?
So, yeah, everybody got issues. My issues ain't bad as yours. So, moving on.
Yeah.
But, yeah. So, Robin, like, turned red because she's so light-skinned and was just yelling at her. And I think it was Giselle like, okay, well, you said this many times. How about you just let it go?
Yeah.
Just let it go. There's nothing else you can say. She can do whatever the fuck she want.
Right.
Worry about yourself. She gonna worry about herself. And let her be with one, not be with one, live it with one. She was like, well, you don't have to be with somebody to raise kids. And you know what? It's funny that I'm saying that because this is a perfect segue into her situation. Because she was telling her, like, well, you don't have to live together with somebody to raise kids or whatever. And she was like, well, it wasn't just for that. It was like financial. I don't even know why Robin was explaining herself to her. Like, bitch, I can do whatever the fuck I want. It's my house. Right. You're not fucking me. You're not paying my bills. I don't care what you say. I'm going to do whatever the fuck I want to. And I feel like if something happens and I should have didn't, then that's an issue I got to deal with. Right. So later on in the show, Ashley had a conversation with her mom. Like, my husband pretty much wants me to cut you off. Yeah. And I guess they had an agreement that with her husband, like, we'll help you get a place to live.
Yeah.
But her current boyfriend couldn't live there.
Yeah.
Apparently, her mom and her current boyfriend has been together for like 15 years, something long, and they have a kid together. So Ashley's like half sister. And apparently, he drains the life out of her. He's like, he doesn't really do much. He just causes headaches and complications or whatever. It's so bad to the point where Ashley's husband was like, no.
Yeah.
I help your mama out, but I don't want him there.
Yeah.
And when you pay for shit,
you kind
of have the authority to say how your money is being spent. So I guess she didn't heed to these instructions, and he wound up moving in anyway.
Oh,
so that's kind of like another reason why her husband has a problem, because he was like, I specifically said that I didn't want him there, and he's there.
Right.
And so Ashley had a conversation with her mom, like, why are you still with this person? Like, well, we have a kid together. And that's kind of like why she was like, well, you don't have to be with anybody to raise, you don't have to live with anybody to raise kids, because she feels like her mom's boyfriend is like draining the life out of her mom. And she's like, well, I can't go back to school. I kind of need him. She was like, you don't need him. Like, we've been telling you that we got you, and you just don't like codependency, I guess.
Yeah.
With her mom. So her husband was very clear.
Yeah.
You need to cut off your mom. I'm done paying for her and her stuff.
Right.
So yeah, he said, cut her off.
Mm-hmm.
And give her a list. She was like, I'll compromise and give my mom a list of things to do. So I guess on the clip for the next episode, he was like, did you talk to your mom? She was like, yeah. He was like, did you tell her specifically that she's cut off? She said no. He's like, that's not what we discussed. So now it's like, this whole situation, you know what? This is why it's not the best thing to marry a man specifically for his money.
Yeah.
Because if he has all the money, he has all the fucking power.
Right. Forget that whole, well, when we married, we become one shit. No.
Mine is yours and yours is
no.
mine. No. Because at the end of the day, he's going to feel some type of entitlement on what you do, because he's the one that's bringing in the money.
He's the breadwinner.
Like, if he is that type of man who has money, but he's like, I'll give you money to help you start your own, and I'm not going to be an investor, this is all on you, then that's different, because he's giving you the opportunity to make your own money.
Right.
But even that's sketchy, because it's like, me personally, I have a hard time accepting money from anybody, especially men.
Yeah.
And I feel like most people who give you things or do stuff for you is because they want some type of something in return, and or want to give, like, well, I helped you. Right. I did this.
Right.
And it's like, okay, if you're going to help somebody because you want them to grow and to achieve and to move on. You don't help nobody to have some type of entitlement, right, or label, like, I help them and they should be kissing my feet or whatever, because without me, they'd be nothing.
Yeah, totally unacceptable.
No. So this is why it's difficult. But now, you technically, even though you have a restaurant with him, guess who? Where did the money come from?
Him.
So he's still gonna feel like he can do whatever the fuck he wants. Mm-hmm. Now, mind you, he wanted to help her and her only. Right. She had to fuck it up and bring in her dude. And mind you, the mom just filed for bankruptcy. So in like the last season. So it's like, what the fuck is she doing? Yeah. How can you file for bankruptcy when you got your rich ass son-in-law, who's probably older than you? Yeah. Saying, I'm willing to help you as long as you don't be around this dude.
Yeah, something. Spending her money irresponsible or something.
It has to be something, because I shouldn't have, me as a daughter, I shouldn't have to give my mom a list of things to do to better manage her money. Yeah. Like no, you too grown for that. Yeah. I don't know, that sounds evil. But I don't really be taking nobody's shit, especially even from my family members. Like, I just, no. You don't know how to deal with your money in a proper way. Now, do things happen? Yes. Do people fall short sometimes? Yes. But at the end of the day, if I feel like you're in the position because you was just reckless with your shit, I'm not about to enable you and help you pull you out the fire.
Right.
Now, if something happened and your car fucks up and you're short $200 for rent, and unfortunately you weren't able to do overtime because there's no overtime available like usual, stuff like that is like really, really out of your control. But if you're in a situation where you're filing bankruptcy and all that, and all of that shit was in your control, I'm not about to put you back in control. Mm-mm. You have to figure it out on your own, especially when you in your 50s. I don't have time. So I guess that's why she married the man, because it's like, well, my mom never really did anything like constructive on her own. Not saying that Ashley doesn't do anything on her own, but it looks like most of their issues boils down to fucking money. And that's like the number one issue that people get a divorce for. Yeah. It's money and then time. Mm-hmm. And sometimes it's not necessarily not having money. It's the money being spent
poorly. Yeah.
Or just having it in general. This whole situation with JoJo's parents from Love and Hip Hop Miami. Mom is so concerned about money. I had 3 kids and don't give me no money. I want my money. It's like everything gets clouded because of money. So whether you have it or you lose it or you don't have it, or same thing with acrimony. Why she go bullshit crazy? Because she felt like she was owed all that money from all those years staying with this broke dude that didn't do nothing. She'd almost lost her parents' house, lost her uterus, couldn't have no kids, dealing with his ass. And then when he gets $75 million, even though he gave you 10, you still act crazy because you feel like you're owed something. Money makes you do fucking dumb ass shit. Mm-hmm. And I guess, I don't know. It don't make no sense. Yeah. I wonder why Sharice is making an appearance so much this season.
I don't know.
I feel like she's been in almost every single episode since the season started.
Oh.
It's like you're a part of the cast or not.
Yeah.
Kind of like Luann, where she wasn't official and she was popping up everywhere, but she didn't stay gone for long. She was only gone for like a season or 2 before she became a cast member again, but she was never fully gone.
Right. Well, if you beg, if you insist,
the Countess can return.
Right.
But I'm actually glad she came back because she made a great storyline with Tom.
Oh my God.
It's one of the best things ever. Actually, we can actually go into New York Housewives. Right.
I was watching a Watch What Happens live, and I guess they had my favorite Tom Sandoval and Christina Hendricks, I think. And I guess she's on a show called like The Good Mom or something. And Andy was like, "Oh yeah,
you're the Odd Mom."
No, it's Mom? Like Good Mom or something. I've seen previews for it, but he was like, "You're a really big Housewives fan." He was like, "Yeah." He was like, "We were even able to incorporate a clip of it into our show." So they show the clip, and it's them sitting down watching Real Housewives of New York, and she's like, "I have to tell you something, but you're not gonna like." She's like, "Oh, please don't say it's about Tom. It's about Tom." "Oh, why do you have to do this to me?" And they're like, "I told you he wasn't nothing. I told you he was a player. Why didn't you see it?" It's like
nothing beats Rihanna posting a clip of Schwartz being hungover off of his mind. And he was like, she was like, "Whoever edited this clip is my best friend."
Right.
And everybody from Vanderpump Rules is like, "This is the shit Rihanna just posted."
Right.
But it was just Katie and Schwartz.
Yeah.
Anyway. But yeah, it's like, I hope it's not about Tom.
How could you do this to me?
Oh my God, I'm going to throw up. I have to walk away.
Look at the camera. We told you he was a player. Why didn't you listen?
You bitches are just jealous.
Right.
Luann was going in on that season.
Yeah.
Like,
she was so heavenly convinced that Tom was the one.
She was like, "You're a jealous bitch.
You're a jealous bitch.
You're a jealous bitch.
You're coming to me with
She's
all
never
this
even
fake
fucked
news.
you.
Right.
Like, she was just going in like...
I'm the wife. I'm AL. I got the ring.
I don't care about anything that's happened BL before we went.
Okay, you know what? I'm going to West Palm Beach this weekend. I don't have time for this. No, either you're going to be happy for me or...
You know what? I don't want you at my wedding.
Right. But you can come to the after wedding reception because so many people couldn't make it. So we figured we'd have another party to celebrate the people who couldn't be there for the wedding. That's so fucking pretentious. Like, you weren't invited to the wedding, but you're invited to the after wedding party.
You know, I'm not even gonna lie.
I would do that.
You know what? Nigerians have this really bad habit of the wedding. Like, I went to a Nigerian wedding in September. There were quite a bit of people at the actual wedding.
Yeah.
But these people.
Yeah.
My people. It was like 4 times the amount of the people for the actual reception. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, I don't know what it is about Nigerians. It's like, when someone knows someone's getting married, invitation is not required. No. I'm showing the fuck up. And I'm thinking,
I am who I am.
If I'm getting married, right? I got married at 3 p.m., right?
Right.
You are just showing up here at 8.
Yeah. And it's about 60 of you guys I don't even know, but I have no right to say get out.
Fearful for my wedding. I'm just going to put it out there. I'm so fearful because my dad knows so many fucking people. Right. I have been to Canada for a party with my dad before. So if I can travel out there, people can travel wherever the fuck I am.
Right.
And I just feel so fearful that it's going to be like so many people showed the fuck up. Yeah. Now, the only reason why it's a good thing, because, you know, they spray, which is like the money thing. Yeah. The more the merrier. Right. The more people that show up, the more people that's going to spray my ass. So it's like a good and bad thing. Right. And you can't, unless you have a security and a guest list at the door, there's no way in hell you can regulate how many people actually come to your reception. Yeah. And it's like this many people at the actual wedding. It's like, you missed the best part. And it's like, actually, no, the best part is right now. And then not all of them can get food because you have to have RSVP'd to get the placard with the sticker for the food. Girl, we had 4 options. Oh. We had chicken, Nigerian food, steak, or fish. I was I don't know how much that wedding cost him. Right. I'm going to ask him.
I always just wanted a big buffet.
Buffet.
Yeah, because I'm like, look, I might want steak, but then my second helping, I might want some chicken. Then I might want to come back with some shrimp.
You know what? Look. I had a friend who's Nigerian too, but her wedding was like back in like 2012. Yeah. Hers was buffet style. Yeah. Like, because there was she was Nigerian and her husband was Hispanic. Yeah. Oh, so I guess they were like, we want everything. Fuck it.
Add some jollof rice in one of those.
Girl, who are you telling? Jollof rice and tacos? Oh my God. I'm fucking up everything. I need my wedding dress to have a little bit of give. I am eating everything. Yeah. But how can you plate? Right. Like, you have to make people choose. And I texted the wedding I went to in September. I said, why do I have to choose between jollof rice and chicken? That's so why? Rude. That is just rude.
On all levels.
Isn't it? So, it was a mess. Like, I probably would do buffet only because I want so many different options. Yeah. Mind you, this is food that...
And I don't feel like keeping count of being like, okay, we got 32 for... No, just let me know.
And that's how it was. It was like, you had to pick either or. Yeah. And then if you RSVP'd, you go and check in, they give you the place card. Yeah. And then the little sticker of like a cow or chicken or whatever was on it. And then that's how they came and plated you. So it's like, first of all, it's a shit ton of money just to have one option. Yeah. And there's 200 people that actually RSVP'd. Yeah. So, how much is fucking... I'm going to have to ask him now. How much is what it fucking cost? Yeah. And who the fuck paid for it? Because I know it wasn't your ass. You just got out of pharmacy school like 2 years ago. And that's already a lot of money in itself. So, to have 4 options.
Yeah.
And it was open bar the whole fucking time.
Ooh, yeah.
I barely missed the last of the Hennessy, too.
Oh, Jesus.
I was like, God damn it. But they had, like, he was an alpha and she was an AKA. So they had, like, little drinks. One was, like, pearl something and blah, blah, blah. That shit was free. You went in. The alcohol in there was free. And let's be real. You don't really have to have all premium liquor. It's like you can have like 1 or 2 things, but overall, you just have to have vodka, tequila, like
a brown Hennessy.
Yeah.
And some wine.
Yeah. That's pretty much all you really need. So it was a good time. It was a lot of dancing and fun and money and food and people I hadn't seen in a while. So I'm very fearful for my wedding. But what Luann did was like, it's funny in the American standpoint.
Right.
But Nigerians, they do that anyway. Right. They're like, well, I'm not coming to your wedding anyway. I'm just coming to the reception.
Right. But she had her party like a week after the wedding. Like, for the people that I either didn't feel comfortable with you being at the wedding because you didn't support me.
She didn't want nobody to say, I am dressed. Right. No, bitch, you ain't coming. You ain't coming at all.
You come to the after reception a week later. And I remember Bethany just being like, really? All these fucking parties?
Bethany was not having it.
Yeah. She was like, I don't want to go to any of that shit.
You want me there? Fuck it then. I don't care. Mention it all. It's one of my favorite lines from her. But yeah, Luann gave like one of the best seasons
of all time
with Tom. It was just and I feel like this season's gonna be good too because it's the after effects of Tom,
right?
You know, BL,
right?
So now it's BL, DL, and AL before, during, and after,
right?
And she's literally after Luann.
Yeah. I said AT after Tom, but yeah. He's
still running amok, apparently.
Mm-hmm. In the palace, just running amok in the Regency.
All up in the New York streets.
Not surprised.
But what else I was going to bring up about New York? So they went to the so one of the first episodes they had a costume party.
Yes.
And my favorite costume actually was Ramona.
Yeah.
She was Britney Spears, and she did the latex outfit.
Yeah, from Oops.
Yeah. And that was pretty good. Of course, Luann was the worst.
Luann.
Bitch, you can be Diana Ross without, like, making yourself try to look light-skinned black. Like, it wasn't necessary.
And then it wasn't even the same type of Diana
hair.
Ross. She got a nappy-ass afro.
She was just like, you know what?
This is black hair.
These black people wear.
Right.
Just give me that one. It's
I'm like, Diana was always a 36-inch 3C. What is that? That's a good 4C.
That's not even 4C. You see like, this shit? Yeah. My shit's better than that. It was huge. It was ugly. It was unkempt. It was just like, what black person is actually wearing that shit on the top of their head?
Right. And
then you make yourself like a shade darker.
Yeah.
Like, bitch, we can see that you put...
Right. And like, Bethany was the only one to immediately be like, this is offensive.
Oh, Carol.
Carol. Ramona, I don't think it's a big deal.
Bethany did mention, like, you kind of, all right, go ahead, Luann. Right. Carol was like, no, this is offensive.
Yeah.
And Ramona, of course, I don't see anything wrong with it.
Of course you don't. I wouldn't expect you to. I would be surprised if you did.
Honestly, yeah. So it's just like, okay. And then somebody posted on Instagram, like, do you think Luann's outfit was offensive? And people are like, I don't see anything wrong with it. She just made herself dark. It's like, and I put on there, I was like, you don't need to change your skin tone for a fucking costume. It's a costume. If you walked in with a hat, long braids, and a black outfit, I can pretty much tell that you're trying to be Beyonce without you making yourself 3 shades darker. Right. Like, I can understand who you're trying to be. Just like if you put on a red leather jacket, a glitter glove, and some high-top black pants, I know you're trying to be Michael Jackson.
Right.
Don't need to do any of that. So, I don't know. Another thing about white people, Like, they don't understand, well, you won't get it if I'm darker. Are you sure?
Are you sure?
Because they thought she was Donna Summers. They didn't even know who she was. It's like, no, I'm Diana Ross.
Yeah, so then you just look like an idiot for nothing.
Right? All for nothing. But Carol was, like, definitely, like...
Yeah, no.
You know, because Carol's, like, more on the liberal side.
Yeah.
If you want to, like, put a political label on it compared to all the other women.
Yeah.
Bethany is on the liberal side. All the other ones, they're something else.
Yeah, that I probably wouldn't fuck with.
Oh, yeah.
Outside of the show.
Right? Yeah, no. I just... I'm not too sure about Tinsley.
Yeah.
I feel like
she is younger, so maybe.
She's younger, but she's still 40.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, she's just the youngest of the group.
Yeah.
I think the youngest housewife in housewife history is...
Megan or Gretchen?
No. The new one, Teddy.
Oh.
Teddy's like 34. Now? Right now, she's 34. Or 33.
Yeah, Megan was 30. Because remember she was on Orange County for first season? Everybody was like, what 30-year-old? What 30-year-old?
She was 30?
Like, yeah. And she kept being like, why does my age keep getting brought up? And Vicky, mainly Vicky, was always like, it's your age, you're 30, and blah, blah, yeah.
I could have sworn she was older than that.
No, she was 30.
Listen, I'm going to Google now.
Yeah.
Youngest housewife.
Yeah, her or Gretchen.
Oh, wait. Youngest. Really? Okay. Well, maybe. Because I could have sworn they even mentioned it on, like, Bravo. Like, she was the newest.
Maybe the
one.
youngest to be on Beverly Hills.
Maybe.
But, yeah, Megan. I don't know Gretchen's age, but I know Megan was definitely 3-0.
No. Okay. Anyway, moving on. Well, she's the youngest of New York.
Yeah.
So I can't really gauge her. I think she turned 40 on the show or just before the show when she started or whatever. But she and Sonia get into it. Because Sonia likes to talk shit.
Yeah.
She talks so much shit about people. And she insinuated to... Who is she talking to? Was it Luann? I think it was Luann because Luann is the only one Sonia's really talking to on a consistent basis.
Yeah.
Her and Ramona have been kind of rocky lately.
Yeah.
But she insinuated that Tinsley don't pay any of her bills. She's a kept woman. And...
Shit, kept by who?
Her boyfriend and her aren't together at the time on the show.
Yeah.
But the one that she was dating for like 8 months. And she was like, well, she pays her rent. You know that $5,000 gift card she gave to someone? He paid for it. You know, she's like, so she's like insinuating that she doesn't pay for anything. She doesn't pay her rent at the hotel.
She sounds like a lucky ass bitch.
She was like, and then Bethany was like, there's nothing wrong being a kept woman.
Right.
She can be a kept woman all she wants. That's none of Sonia's business. But, you know, when she is Tinsley Mortimer, her last name does mean something in the New York, scene. So when somebody comes from money and then they're be labeled as a kept woman, I don't think that goes well.
Yeah. Oh.
I don't know. That's because she had a problem with it. It eventually got to Tinsley and she was like, she's insinuating that I can't, to her, it's insinuated that she can't pay her bills.
Right.
When she's a Mortimer.
Right.
So... You know, us regular folks, somebody's like, I ain't got to work.
All right. You ain't said nothing but a word.
But it's like when you come from money and then you hear like you can't take care of yourself, you can't pay your $10,000 rent. Fuck, that's a lot of money.
Right.
Who the fuck pays $10,000 a month to stay at a hotel?
Mm-hmm.
And she was like, yeah, I just get room service.
Right.
I'm like, I mean, go ahead then. But yeah, I mean, I don't even see why she's even saying that because she was staying in her hotel before she even got with her boyfriend.
Yeah.
When she had moved out of Sonia's house.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't even know where that's coming up. So Tinsley's pissed off and they went to the Hamptons for the weekend after Carol ran the New York City Marathon. And... it was Bethany's birthday, and of course it got brought up because Tinsley was not having it. She didn't want to speak to Sonia.
Yeah.
She didn't want to look at her. She wouldn't do anything.
Right.
So, because she just like, you're insinuating that I'm a kept woman and
right.
I can't pay my bills and I need a man to take care of me and blah, blah, blah. And for some odd reason, Carol and Bethany are at odds for some reason. I guess they're saying that Carol has like, she's not really the yes woman anymore. She kind of has her own opinion about stuff.
Yeah.
So she's been like getting back at Bethany for her apparent attitude. I don't know. I'm still confused at how it went from last season to this season.
Right.
And she didn't even show up at like Carol's like marathon when she was done. So I don't know.
Yeah.
Ramona tried to talk shit about Bethany because Bethany bought a house around the Hamptons, but it wasn't in the Hamptons.
Yeah.
She was like, well, what is it? She's like, I just wouldn't buy it on the other side of the highway. That's not the Hamptons. It's like, bitch, I bought a house. I don't even, you know what? Wouldn't even know how much the house would cost.
Right.
Like us people, normal people wouldn't even go to Hamptons, let alone buy a piece of property up there. You know how much money you have to live in New York and have a house in the Hamptons that you're never at?
Yeah. Except for maybe 2 months out of the year.
Yeah. I think Ramona, I saw recently that she's renting out her house in the Hamptons for like $160,000 a month. Mm-hmm. Something crazy. So she's obviously, it's worth a lot. Right. I know she's had it for quite some time, but it's worth a lot of money. Yeah. That's how expensive. And they're not even like grandiose homes or anything like that. It's literally because it's in the Hamptons, and that's pretty much it. And it's like the summer thing. Kind of reminds me of Grey Gardens. Mm-hmm. I need to watch that movie.
Right.
My sister was one of my sister's favorite movies. But anyway, wasn't really much else. I know the the finale of the reunion for Beverly Hills.
It starts tonight, yeah.
The reunion starts tonight, right?
Yeah.
I'm like, I have to catch up on that, so we'll probably, get back to that when it's actually done and over with.
Yeah, same old with him.
Yeah. I don't know. Where are we at?
I feel like maybe an hour and a half.
Yeah, we're like an hour. I don't know. We want to end it. We can continue on next week.
Those were the highlights of reality TV. I mean, we watch it all, but sometimes some stuff is just better than others to talk about, Mm-hmm. So, yeah, we'll be back next week with, some other hot topics.
We'll talk about Teen Mom Reunion, mainly because Farrah had her unnecessary 15 seconds of reunion fame. I'm just glad she's gone. And then we talk about Ryan's bullshit. And you know what? Mackenzie, his wife,
yeah,
is so fucking annoying. Like more annoying than Ryan. Ryan is like, you expect some shit from him because he's Ryan, but I don't know. That's why I like Jen, because Jen is very neutral. She still likes Macy. Even Larry. Yeah. Larry be having his little moments here and there, but genuinely he can still call up Macy and Macy's still gonna answer.
Right.
If it wasn't for Jen and Larry, there would be no relationship between Macy, Bentley, and Ryan. Probably, at all. Because Mackenzie didn't fucked up shit. She was good in the beginning until she ran to Jen and Larry like a little bitch. Well, this is what Macy told me and I thought it was wrong. It's like, you were only the girlfriend at the time, too. Yeah. But anyway, we'll discuss that next week. Mm-hmm. Don't forget to follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram, RealiTEA_V. You can reach us our email, RealiTEA_V, @gmail.com. Mm-hmm. I can be reached on Instagram and Facebook and Twitter, Funmi Adagun, Snapchat, EbonyA88. And you can also follow our group page on Facebook at Tea-Sipper Discussions.
Yes, so much. Yes, you can find me on Instagram, Roberta Smith. That is me. I am her. Instagram, Leave It to Be.
And if you guys feel like you want to chime in and tell me if I should pick The Weeknd or Beyonce, go ahead and send an email to RealiTEA-V@gmail.com, because I'm still leaning towards The Weeknd. That's all I really care about. So I love Beyonce, but I'm obsessed with The Weeknd. So just let me know how you feel. Mm-hmm. And we will talk to you guys later. Bye.
Bye.